So the question, what is the solution? All right, give me the solution for the NBA's load management problem. So I've got Clark Kent, Maury Povich, and cardboard cutouts. And we will combine all of these things together, and we are going to make some chicken parm is what we're going to make. All right, so first of all, other than having the players grow some hair on their chest and bigger basket balls, right? Actually, so well, maybe I shouldn't be a bigger wuss than previous generations that actually have some pride in my product. Outside of that, we do have answers, right? We do have answers here, and it actually isn't complicated. The National Basketball Association is in the business of selling stars. It's all about the stars, right? They don't sell the teams, they sell the star players. You go to watch Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. You don't go to watch the Warriors, you go to watch Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors, or fill in your favorite star, Ant Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves. The team always comes after the star. That's how the NBA has done business going back 40-plus years. That's how they operate. It's a star-driven soap opera, and they've got a lot of squeaking in the sneakers. So right now, if you look at this, right now the NBA is selling you Superman. Come out and see Superman deliver, and the only thing delivering is a Clark Kent impersonator who's morbidly obese wearing sweatpants. That's essentially what they're doing. You're not getting Superman. You're getting the Clark Kent morbidly obese impersonator is what you're getting here, eating cold pizza and drinking lukewarm beer on the sofa. That is how all of that is going here. And so you've got fans paying for Taylor Swift tickets, and they're getting the backup dancers, and the lip syncing is what they're getting at this point. Now, the Maller advice is this. I've got MBG. You put in an MBG and watch all of this change. That is a money-back guarantee. You put a money-back guarantee. You identify, here's what I would do. I would identify the top 3 players on every team, right? Top 3 players, whoever they might be, and each of them is worth 33.33%. So it's you break it up, 3 players. The other ones are worth like 0.1%, but 33.3%. And it's each ticket sold 33.3%. If one star rests, load management, you refund 33% of the face value ticket price. If 2 sit, you're now giving back 66% of the money. And if all 3, congratulations, if all 3 sit out, you get a full refund at face value, or you can get a ticket to another game to watch other players sit in that game. And follow, I think it's Aldi, the grocery store Aldi, where they have a money-back guarantee, a promise of confidence. So that's all the NBA needs to do. You can do all the different studies you want and all this and that and the thingamajig and the whatchamacallit and all that. And by the way, let me point out that the reason a lot of stores do the money-back guarantee is because the data shows that hardly anyone even claims the money-back guarantee. That's why they do it. Now, there's some con artists out there that take advantage of it, but for most people, they're too lazy to do it. But the threat of, hey, I can get my money back, that is the great equalizer. That is where the magic is, because it's not just the tickets. You've got to be transparent to your television partners. You imagine a world where they break up the amount of money the NBA gets from television, which is really what bankrolls all of this. It's a TV show, and they're putting inferior people on the TV show. So if you start taking away TV money from the league and you give it back to NBC, to Amazon, to ESPN, you say, okay, listen, we did not give you the product that you're paying for. So therefore, we're going to give you some money back. Suddenly, those rest days, the hamstring injuries, which you could maybe play, but you're like, out of an abundance of caution, I'm not going to play. Those things are going to heal faster than a Wolverine in a contract year. Right? The healing powers will be amazing. And you don't fix the load management. You don't fix the load management with a memo or any of that stuff. No, you fix it by making it hurt with the bottom line. Because the trickle down on that, if you're taking money away to give back to television because you're giving them a crappy product and you're giving tickets back to people, money back for people that bought tickets, then all of a sudden that trickles down to the players. They're getting less money, and suddenly they'll get some motivation to show up and play. Right? That's it. Wallet first, pride second. Now, speaking of page 2 here, keeping the theme of the hour going. So at the State of the NBA address over the weekend, Adam Silver also said that the NBA is considering redoing how teams qualify to get the top picks in the draft. They've had the draft lottery for over 40 years. And so Adam Silver's like, well, I don't know if that's a good idea or not. We're looking at all options, blah, blah, blah. He said it's time, there's a quote, it's time to take a fresh look at this and see whether that's an antiquated way of going about doing it. Silver said of the draft lottery. And if you're not familiar, because you've been down by the river and not paying attention, the 14 suck teams that don't make the playoffs are all into the draft lottery, and they have a chance to get the top pick in the draft. So that is how that works. Now, changes would require the approval of the owners and likely the players' union. They'd all have to be in lockstep on this. So the question, how did Adam Silver's comments on doing everything possible to stop tanking in the NBA sit with you? So I did watch this over the weekend. It was more entertaining than the All-Star Saturday night. We'll get to that in a minute. So I watched it, and it was like, what? I was like, what is that? I'm watching it. I'm like, okay, so you're talking tough. What are you gonna send a memo out? It just sounded like a lot of verbal gumbo from Adam Silver of alphabet soup. Where you're wearing a microphone or holding a microphone. It's alphabet soup, and he's running the NBA like a mom and pop diner, serving up a menu that includes nonsense stew, a lot of that, and then for dessert you've got a brain freeze milkshake. You've got that for dessert there. And he's been talking about this for several years, right? He's been talking about this. And as he has talked about it, the tanking has continued. It's gotten more obvious and more in your face this year than in years past. And as we said, teams don't even try to hide it. And listening to Adam Silver get up at the dais and address the issues with the tanking and all this stuff, it was like the old Maury Povich show from back in the day there. You are the father. It's not you are not the father. You are the father. Because load management and tanking, we have not seen it get to this level without the help of Adam Silver. You are the father of twins. Now, it was a thing in the past, but it's never been to this level. The product's never been worse than it is right now. So Adam Silver helped elevate on the launching pad both tanking and load management and all that. And so now you're shocked that they're taking advantage of you because you have no spine. You're a spineless, gutless commissioner, and you're shocked that teams are misbehaving and they're taking advantage of you because you don't do anything? Why would you be shocked? Right? It's like setting your house on fire and blaming the smoke. Well, no. So the Maller think tank, we've activated the Maller think tank. The Maller think tank advice, you got to go drastic. I would get rid of the draft. Done. Bye-bye. No more drafts. Blow it up. Kaboom. Bye-bye. You get rid of the draft. And you can't have a draft without integrity. There is no integrity in the NBA. It does not exist. And the draft, if you understand the history of why they even had the draft, it was in a period of time where everyone actually tried to win every game, but some teams just sucked. But they were trying to win, and they were just bad, right? So in order to give them a shot, because they were trying to win games, you had the draft, right? And it only works when everyone's trying to win. Rewarding bad teams who are intentionally bad makes no sense. And so in these modern days where sports have been taken over by the Ivy League crowd, the nerd crowd, the dingleberries, they've taken over our sports. and they've figured out there's scientific formulas, and so they have to get certain amounts of ping pong balls, and they know their odds go up, and so they do this and they move that over there, and then there you go. So it's blasphemy, but that's the reality of the situation. And we have some in the media carrying the water for these teams. Oh, it's the right thing to do. Okay, I agree. So let's stop the draft. Let's just get rid of the draft because you can't have nice things because you've effed with the draft. There's no integrity because of the Wizards and the Jazz and the Pacers and these other teams. So just get rid of it. Just get rid of the draft. Right? And for those pearl-clutching dopes who are out there who would have a coronary, oh, you can't get rid of the draft. The very thought, I can't believe it. Oh, my God. Spoiler alert. The most popular sports league in the world is the Premier League. I'm told that all the time by the soccer honks. The Premier League is the most popular league out there. You know the Premier League has no draft? Did you know that? There's no draft. You're not drafted into the Premier League. You're not. So go old school. If they can pull it off, and Adam Silver has a chubby for everything international. That's why we have that Fugazi play-in tournament. We've got that. We've got the thing the Knicks won, the Cup in-season tournament. These are all dumb ideas that Adam Silver came up with. So why not just go Premier League and say, okay, we're going to get rid of the draft. And we'll go old school. We're going to scout, develop, and compete. And the Premier League, which, again, everyone says is the gold standard globally, most popular league and all that stuff. And if the teams are not going to try to win, you're not allowed to have nice things. And so the NBA, nobody's policing the candy store. And so, okay, Adam Silver's got no answers. He's just got a lot of words. A lot of words. So just enough. You get that burrito stuff with random nouns. Just get rid of the draft. Say, that's it. We're done. And we're going to do it a different way, and that's just the way it has to be.